If you had said, hey, you want a head, we'd be like, nope.
Now we wait.
It looks more like an alligator.
So, we don't like to waste anything, and I apologize to anybody who's just like...
It's a little morbid looking.
like anybody who's heebie-jeebied out. But with a pig head, there's a lot of meat, and it gets thrown away. And it's just one of those things, it's like, why waste it?
Yeah.
The jowls are usually on the neck, you know, right there. There's a lot of fine muscles that are in the cheeks and things like that. And we've eaten head before, and it honestly is one of the most delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
Like,
Cabeza. Oh, it's delicious.
Like, oh, it's so good. So, I haven't slow smoked one before, so you saw me getting the smoker fired up. I'm going to smoke one of these. We're going to have it for dinner. I'm also doing some beef because even though there is a lot of head meat that gets thrown away,
yeah, you can
see it. There's a lot of jowl meat in here.
Yeah. But it's also a lot of fat.
There's a lot of fat and a lot of skin. Well, I'm also going to cook some beef. That'll go on in about 2 hours. We're going to do, what'd you grab? A couple roasts?
Yeah.
We have a couple roasts, so I'm going to throw those in there. And what we don't eat today will go into meals during the week.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm actually really excited to cook this. Cooking a big chunk like this. Oh,
you haven't
so good.
smoked anything.
I haven't smoked
like
anything.
Slow cook smoke. Oh, not in a long time.
Smoking was my weekend, like,
escape.
I would usually set up on Sundays. Usually if I had a day off, it was a Sunday, and I would get up at 5 in the morning and I'd smoke something all day long. We'd have it for dinner. And so being out here, I've been so busy, and I don't really take days off because every day is a work day.
Right.
I haven't really gotten to smoke anything. So we got these heads, and it was just like, I think it's time to have a Saturday.
Yep.
Where I smoke everything.
Yep.
So here we go. All right, you want to open the door for me?
Sure.
Woo! So now we wait.
Yes.
This is the best part.
It is.
What's kind of nice.
Well, the eating is the best part.
The eating is the best part. I really enjoy this part. This is like, now I sit and babysit a smoker.
Yep.
Which, you know, I'll probably go play with the compost or something like that. But
yeah.
It's nice. I love days like this. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that's beautimous. Here's a couple beef roasts with Big one up by the fire. Little one. All right. Another 4 hours.
Bye, delicious meat.
So, one of the benefits of clearing our own land is we have these, they're called a Bradford pear. And you can see those thorns on there. When I was reading about them, it's like, is there any use for them? No, they're really just a pest. They're not anything you really want, because if you chop down one of these trees, the thorns will destroy your lawnmower tires, your tractor tires, your bike tires, everything. And I think the trees we have on here have already cost me a couple $100 in tires. So as I cut them down, it's like, well, what do I do with them? Can I, do anything? Well, reading about them, I found that it's actually good smoking wood. And so I have saved a whole bunch. This is our first run, seeing what it tastes like. Generally, when smoking, I've found that if it's a fruit-bearing tree, it's gonna have kind of a fruity flavor to the wood. And the same with like trees that bear nuts, kind of impart a little bit of a nutty flavor. I mean, it's smoke, it tastes like smoke, but you kind of get the concept. I made this a couple months ago, probably back in December, something like that. So I had this drum. I burned a real hot fire in it, burned off anything that was on it. I mean, I literally had this drum glowing, it was so hot. Got it all cleaned up. Any paint that was on the outside came off. And then I took it down in the barn, I turned it into a smoker. I've been fairly happy with it. The only complaint I have is it's so light, like the metal's so thin it does not hold heat well. So I made a smoker years ago out of real heavy, like 1/4-inch plate, and the thing would hold, I would literally, like, that's what I would smoke for, I don't know, 6 hours. That much wood right there. It just held heat so well. Once you got it going, it was great. This thing's hungry. This thing eats wood so fast, and I have such a hard time getting it to maintain temperature. But it is nice to be able to smoke stuff for 8, 10, 12 hours again. A little rundown, some grievances I have, but it'll work for now. I think the next one I'm gonna build, I think I'm gonna find an old propane tank. I don't know if I wanna make a trailer or what, but I've always wanted to build like a great big giant propane tank smoker, the kind you see at restaurants and stuff like that. I got to finish some stuff first. All my other projects are on hold until that's done. Very smoky. Oh, look at that skin.
Nice thing of juicy.
We're in the home stretch. Right. Woo! Looks like the face is done. It looks terribly burned.
It does, but that's mostly the skin. Oh. Hello, snacks.
Alright, moment of truth. That's really good. Would you like some?
Sure. Oh, that is really good.
That's really good.
Ooh. Cool.
Yay!
Yay!
So we are having rice and green beans with our barbecue.
Our green beans.
So
green beans for our garden.
this is something that you said happens when we cook these purple green beans.
This is my favorite thing ever. Look, they're changing color.
So they go from red to green.
Yes. So these are the red swan green beans, bush beans.
Look at that.
From Baker Creek, and it's super fun.
So it's like cooking shrimp, but green beans.
But green beans. I would go for some shrimp right now.
That's so funny. That's cool. Look at this one. Look at that one.
I know. It's
Ooh,
like
that's hot.
yeah, it is. Super. And then there's some Blue Lake bush green beans in here. Those are actually green, but these ones are
changing color.
changing color.
Hilarious.
They're chameleon green beans.
Look at that. Ho ho.
Oh, look at the fat just dripping down. It's like inches. Like
so hot.
I'm so full.
That was a good dinner.
I think the hardest part about having a baby is like when you really love to eat, baby takes up a lot of room, so there's less room for food. So then you wind up eating too much and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
I'm very full.
It was so good.
It was very good. It's for us, something like that is a treat. I've thought about it all day as I've been cooking it and filming it, and it's like there's probably going to be some people that are heebie-jeebied out.
Yeah.
Like I know there is.
It's a pig head.
It's a pig head. Like getting it, skinning it, prepping it, brining it, all of it. Like, you know, it's a little bit of work.
It is.
But it's something that people throw away. And if you think about it, it's something that you just can't go to the store and get.
No, you can't. It's a treat for us.
It's a
and
treat
I know
for
that
us,
sounds
yeah.
weird, but I mean, from where we come from in California, it's not an unusual treat. So
yeah, like
we're used to it. Like
cabeza tacos, that's the thing. Like
and lingua,
oh,
like it's good stuff.
what a treat.
And there is quite a bit of meat on the head.
There is a lot of meat, and first time I ever saw a head and realized how much meat gets thrown away. It's like, okay, like
Yeah.
this is something we should like cook.
Yeah.
So I've wanted to smoke one, and it turned out amazingly well.
So good.
There's a lot of fat on them.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy.
Yes.
It's one of those things, like, be happy for the things that you have. You know, for us, that's a privilege. Like,
It is, and we're thankful for it.
We're thankful
I mean,
for
it's
it.
always, it's hard, because a lot of people, that's not going to be their thing.
nope.
And for us, honestly, at the beginning,
3-4 years ago,
if
we
you had
wouldn't have
said,
done
hey,
that.
you want a head, we'd be like, nope. 5-8 years ago, even a whole chicken, like, grossed us out. So it's just one of those, like, just try it. You know, if you get your hands on either a whole chicken and that's not your thing and it kind of ekes you out, well, just try it. Cook one from start to finish.
So you're saying that cooking a whole chicken is like the gateway food? Like, before you know
I mean,
it, you'll
chickens
be...
are the gateway to homesteading, so I mean,
That's true. That's true.
It's a thing. Chickens, man. It all starts with chickens.
Okay, I gotta trade arms.
Okay, so yes, we are thankful for, and we really do try to use everything. I mean, you guys see that we like to repurpose and recycle and do all that, and that even comes down to our food now. Just trying to
Be more responsible with
and not
what we have.
wasteful, and I mean, it is good meat. So, and I know like a lot of old timers speak fondly of like head cheese and
Yeah.
cooking the head and souse and stuff like that. So, like, you know what? Yeah, I mean, that's part of being a steward of the land. Is if you're gonna do this and take the life, I mean, it's worth using all of it to be respectful.
Even if you don't want to eat it, like, there's plenty of other things you could do with it. You know,
Yeah.
you could.
We feed a lot of our scraps to the chickens.
Yeah. You could cook it down. You could boil it and get all the lard out of it.
Right.
You know,
There's a ton of fat.
There's a ton of stuff
Especially
you can do
on a
with it.
guinea hog.
Don't be afraid to try something new.
Even the gross stuff.
Even the gross stuff. You know, like, come out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
It's doable.
it's good for you. So, a little bit different today. Obviously, no mobile homework. It was sit down, relax, and smoke a pig head. Because that's normal. We're not normal.
We
It's
are
all
not
good. I think everybody knows that by now.
All right, I think that's gonna do it for us. We're very full. We're gonna finish our walk and then
Go eat peach cobbler.
go eat peach cobbler because
not
there's
enough
more.
room already, right? I picked up some peaches at the produce stand the other day and it was like, oh, cobbler, it needs to be a thing. And it has a handful of
Our
berries
berries.
that the boys
That's
picked
gonna
today.
be tasty.
It will be. So
I don't know if I can eat that yet.
I'll eat yours, it's okay.
We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.